Dorian Yates, the shadow who built himself. If I succeeded, that was down to me. Dorian Yates, one of the most legendary figures in bodybuilding history, forged his extraordinary career on self-reliance, discipline, and unrelenting personal accountability. When he says, "I did everything myself. I planned my own nutrition, my own anabolic cycles, and my training," he's talking about a philosophy that defined not just his methods, but his mindset, a mindset that carved a path from relative obscurity to becoming a six-time Mr. Olympia champion. Born in 1962 in England, Yates began serious training in 1983, long before the internet, sports science teams, and social media influencers dominated the fitness world. He showed from the very start that he wasn't interested in shortcuts or handing off responsibility. His only coach was his own curiosity and determination. Yates read every book, every magazine, absorbed as much knowledge as he could, and then experimented relentlessly until he found what worked for him. Bodybuilding, for Yates, was a true individual sport, one where the outcome rested squarely on the competitor's shoulders. "When you get up on the stage, then it's win or lose, down to me and me alone," he explained in an interview. That belief shaped his approach: meticulous training logs, careful observation of what worked or didn't, and a deep trust in his own judgment rather than external coaches or formulaic systems. Yates took his regimen seriously. He wrote down every single workout from the day he walked into the gym in 1983 to the end of his competitive career in 1997, noting results, tweaks, and insights along the way. This wasn't casual journaling, it was a rigorous feedback loop that allowed him to refine his training and nutrition with methodical precision. His training philosophy, later known as blood and guts, emphasized maximum intensity, focused work, and efficiency. Inspired by figures like Mike Mentzer and Arthur Jones, Yates didn't spend hours on end in the gym. He trained intensely, often briefly, and always with purpose. In a sport increasingly dominated by multi-person teams of coaches, dietitians, and performance analysts, Yates's approach was refreshingly simple: learn, test, adapt, and take responsibility for the outcome. He didn't just train on instinct, he studied nutrition, experimented with macronutrients, supplementation, and periodization, and adjusted his own regimen based on first-hand experience. That level of self-direction also extended to how he approached his physique cycles and supplementation. While many top competitors eventually turned to external advisors for these aspects, Yates kept much of it under his own control, believing that no one knows your body better than you do. Today, the sport has evolved rapidly. Most elite bodybuilders now work with teams of trainers, nutritionists, psychologists, and performance specialists. But Yates's message resonates because it reminds us of the core ethos of individual achievement, accountability, self-study, and persistence. When he says, "If I succeeded, that was down to me. If I lost, that was down to me," he's declaring that bodybuilding, in his era and at his peak, was about personal craftsmanship as much as physical performance. That no excuses mentality didn't just build muscles, it built a champion.